Okay, our final presentation of this session is the finalists from Argyll and Bute. They're called Fair Dues, and they sold Christmas fair trade hampers and promoted fair trade. They come from Oban High School. Let's welcome them now, please. Fair Dues.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stephen Kersley, and I'd like to welcome you to the Oban High School Young Enterprise presentation. With me today to talk about our business are Nicola Bishard and Ben Soup. Throughout the course of today's presentation, you will learn of the many challenges and successes of Fair Dues. So on that note, I shall pass over to Nicola to get us started.
Undoubtedly, one of the biggest challenges of the year was starting up the business. Brainstorming generated the idea of a Christmas hamper and an interest in using fair trade products. In order to gain a better understanding of fair trade, we invited a fair trade advisor to meet the team and explain the principles to us. We found out some very interesting facts. Fair trade exists to benefit producers in some of the world's poorest communities, ensuring that they receive a fair price for their work. In addition to this, fair trade also provides a social dividend for investing in the education, health, and welfare of the communities involved. The next stage in building our business was late in deciding a name and logo for the company. After much debate, the name Fair Dues was chosen. This was an inspired choice, as it incorporated the idea of doing something to gain equality, a message fundamental to fair trade. Throughout the year, our name has been complimented on by many, including our fair trade suppliers, and it even got a special mention at a meeting with the Scottish Executive. Just as much work went into designing our company logo. Again, the idea was to have a simple design that displayed the company's ethical commitment, as well as making a strong visual impact. I think you have to agree we achieved it.
Now that we had our product, name and logo, the business was really taking shape, and the team were very motivated. We'd also been advised that Oban were hoping to become a fair trade town. It looked like we would have a captive audience for our product. Just as all this enthusiasm was flowing, we hit what was probably the biggest barrier facing Fair Dues: money. I can tell you now, ladies and gentlemen, social justice doesn't come cheap. As it was necessary to place a huge initial order with Tradecraft, Fair Dues was facing a huge cash flow problem. In order to bridge the gap, we created the £50 game, which fortunately turned out to be a great way of making money fast. In the end, our price of £29 per hamper allowed us to be financially successful, and we made a gross profit of 29%.
Just like any other business, it was necessary to market, produce, and sell our product. Marketing involved attending many local events, advertising with posters, and promoting the hamper as a corporate Christmas gift. Production involved all members and a production line process with strict packing instructions. This ensured all hampers were presented and finished to the same very high standard. Although we were delighted with our hampers, we did have major problems as a result of our commitment to using fair trade products. Never did we expect running out of a simple, inexpensive product like Christmas tree biscuits would have the potential to bring Fair Dues to an absolute halt. Fortunately, we spoke to our customers and agreed on an alternative, which actually turned out to be a better option. This near fiasco certainly made us approach the rest of the year in a more proactive manner. Another lesson learned.
Another major positive that came about from all of these challenging situations was that the team became a very strong unit, communicated well, and became experts in problem solving. We also now appreciate that while commitment, teamwork, communication, and hard work are all vital components of a successful business, passion and a real belief in what you do can really transform the organization.
Overall, this year has been a very positive experience for the team, and we are proud of the fact that we have created and been committed to such a challenging product, particularly in the run-up to Christmas. Fair Dues are also proud of the fact that a lot of good has come from our hampers. In addition to making money, we have also promoted the profile of fair trade in our town. It's a very humbling feeling to know that the actions of a small West Coast town, young enterprise team in a West Coast town in Scotland are making a difference to the lives of others throughout the world. So ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I'll invite you, no, in fact, I'll challenge you to take on the fair trade message, and the next time you're in a supermarket, look for the mark and buy fair trade. Then you too will be making a difference. I'll finish today by thanking our shareholders and business advisors for their time and commitment. So, ladies and gentlemen, again I thank you, and good luck for everybody else today.
Well done. You mentioned the £50 game, but you didn't actually explain what that was for raising finance. You had financial problems at the beginning, cash flow problems. How does that work?
I don't know.
Does anyone know? It sounds like a great idea, but how does it work in practice?
What we did was we took off the last 3 digits of a £50 note serial number, and we kept that. Well, I think it was just Marriott knew the numbers. And what we did was we went around local events like Kayleigh, such and supermarkets, and set up a stand advertising the game, and you had to guess the last 3 digits. I think it was 1 to 500. So we charged, I think it was £2 a guess, and you could win the £50 note if you guessed the right serial number.
So how much did you make from that?
I think we made about £140. So
that was your initial working capital then?
Yeah,
right?
and we had shares as well, so that's about £150 for shares as well. So that helped us place the big order at the start of the year.
Great. Reading between the lines, dealing with fair trade wasn't a walk in the park. Obviously, they want to do the best for their customers, which are people who are, dispossessed, underprivileged, whatever. Would you work with them again? Are you quite happy that it's worth the effort to work with them?
I think so, yeah. I mean, at first, fair trade, a few people in the group had an interest in fair trade, so that's kind of what, that's why we took that direction and did a fair trade hamper instead of a local produce hamper or something a bit more ordinary. But it's nice to feel that we have made a difference to people in faraway countries, and we're going to donate our profits to an organisation in the school so that they can carry on next year and do a fair trade tuck shop, so it's continuity.
Great stuff. So you carry on helping them. Have you any idea of the kind of profit level that you had?
Yeah.
20.
Have you just wandered in off the street?
Aye, they found me around the corner.
Big issue. Yeah.
140. I think it was about. Well, the gross profit was over.
£406 was the gross profit, and we ended up with about £140.
Net. 140 net. Great. Well done today, and thank you all very much indeed. Fair dues. Well done to all our finalists that we've heard from so far, but of course we have more to hear from. We'll hear from them later. We are going to break for lunch, but before we do, we have some special awards which have been decided in advance by the judges from many supportive organisations, and I'm going to invite representatives of those organisations onto the stage to make these presentations. So, first up, I'd like to announce the first category is the Best Press Awards, and it's going to be presented by John Hatfield of Second City Creative. So John's going to say a few words. Ladies and gentlemen, John Hatfield. He's very shy. Is anybody else, any other representative of Second City Creative here who would like to do this for us? All right, well, can I invite our Chief Executive of Young Enterprise Scotland to do it? Stuart, would you happy to do it? Stuart, you happy to do it? Oh, we don't even have the result of that.
I will find the result and do it after lunch.
Right, we'll leave that till after lunch. All right, let's move on to our second special one. It's... they're going to receive a commemorative plate from the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators, and it's going to be presented by Andy Cow. So would Andy like to join us? Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Cow. Glad you're here, Andy. There you go.
Well, I'm very pleased to present this award on behalf of the ICSA, the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators. It's perhaps not one of the best known professional bodies, but it is a very old one. It was established in 1891 and is the leading professional body for company secretaries and corporate administrators in public organisations, private companies, and in the voluntary sector. The work of the company secretary is not often very visible and perhaps not the most glamorous of roles within companies, but I would like to give you a couple of images perhaps of what the company secretary does and explain the criteria that we've used to make this award on behalf of the Institute. One of the ways that a company secretary is described is as the conscience of the company. And I think we're all aware that corporate governance and various scandals over recent years in the corporate world has drawn a lot of attention to the need for companies to behave with the highest standards of governance and with a very active sense of social responsibility. And I think in the presentations that we've seen already today, the concept of social responsibility is uppermost in the minds of the young achievers that we have seen. The other description of a company secretary or administration within the company is that it is like oil in an engine. You don't see the oil and you don't notice it when it's working properly, but if the oil isn't there, then you are in big trouble. And I think one of the things that I've enjoyed in reading the reports and in hearing the presentations is the lessons that the young achievers today have learned in terms of keeping records, of having properly documented meetings, of having control within the company. And those are the sort of things that I've been looking for. It's like looking for oil in an engine. You can't see it, but I've had to delve into the reports, and I had the opportunity last night to talk to a number of the teams, and I've been looking for evidence of teamwork, of record keeping, of control, of good management, and of communication, particularly with the shareholders. Now, unfortunately, we only have one prize from the Institute, but I do want to mention 3 teams, the ultimate winner, but also I'd like to highly commend 2 of the other teams that actually have presented today already. And as highly commended, Au Bord de la Mer and Buzzin really did take into account the importance of administration, and I think learned a lot of lessons from that. But the winner of the ICSA award, I'm delighted to say, is Exigo from Lenzie Academy. Would you like to come forward?
Well done to them, and thank you to Andy. Our next award is the Junior Quality Scotland Award, which is sponsored by the Quality Scotland Foundation. And we're delighted to have from Quality Scotland Dave Bradley with us. Dave, please. Thank you.
Good afternoon it is now, so I'm holding you up from your lunch, so I'll be as quick as possible. This is a presentation for the Junior Quality Scotland Award. This is an award presented to the organisation that best displays the use of quality principles within their organisations. I'd like to congratulate all the achievers and all the organisations for the very high standard you've achieved this year. I've been looking at these submissions for the last 3 years, and I find the standards are improving year on year. So congratulations to you all for the improving standard. Getting straight to the nub of it, the winner of the 2006 Junior Quality Scot Award is SIGGS from Newbattle Community High School, Midlothian.
Thanks to Dave, and our last award for this session is for Best Director, supported by a body that I'm a member of, the Institute of Directors, so I'm very proud of this. It was judged by Rebecca Cuthbert, but to present the award, we have the Chief Executive of Young Enterprise Scotland, who's also a member of the Institute of Directors, Stuart Miller.
What a great morning. What a great couple of days, and I'm really looking forward to this afternoon, and we will sort out that press award over the lunch break. Rebecca and Chris from the IOD were with us yesterday, and they were surreptitiously wandering around looking at you all individually, not as teams. The rest of the judges have been working as a team, but they were looking at individuals. And two individuals stood out. Highly commended from KBT Kirkcudbright, the sales director, Ross Wasson, was highly commended. And Ross, your prize will be you and a partner going to the conference of the IOD at St Andrews Bay Hotel in November. And if you can speak to Sam and give you the details afterwards. So well done, Ross. But the winner of the IOD Best Director Award, because she is a true ambassador for her company. When the judges did approach her, she stepped immediately forward, introduced herself, said she was the managing director. She then talked about everything they did. She showed true leadership throughout the day, and being an ambassador for 13 Labour High School. Kaylee, you're the IOD winner. Kaylee's prize is her and 3 people going to the conference in November, and Kaylee and a partner, and that could be any partner you like to choose, will be going to the IOD Awards dinner to receive another trophy then. Well done. Paul?
Sorry, Stuart. That's all right. Thank you very much. We'll be hearing from him later. Stuart Miller. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's 12:10, which gives us a break of exactly 1 hour for lunch. Please don't be late, because we will have to start without you, because we'll be up against the clock this afternoon. So well done to everyone who's already presented, and good luck to everyone this afternoon. 1 hour break. Is there something you want to say in it?
Just follow these members of staff, and they'll take you to where the lunch is.
All right. See you at 1:10. Thank you.